Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel, and we'll have a few videos today as we are nearing, of course, a new version of Windows, which is 21H1, and lots of things have changed over the years. We're going to talk about a little bit some of the controversies over the years that actually Windows 10 and Microsoft have had, and of course I will give my viewpoint on them. There's a lot of diverse viewpoints out there, and it's fine. That's what makes our world. But I'll give my take on what is the reality, probably, of it more than anything else. The first one has to do with the famous... so when Windows 10 actually arrived, it came with something called Cortana. Cortana was this assistant that was supposed to actually be everything and the center of your PC life. And it evolved over time. It came from a integrated assistant that was part of the system and was upgraded when you actually upgraded Windows 10 to its own app that you can now detach, and that is way different than what it was in the past. First, to just mention for those that are saying, well, how come Cortana doesn't do stuff like I wanted to do? And that's because over time Cortana has shifted its purpose. Microsoft, of course, wanted this to be our assistant, like Siri on the iPhones, and like the Google Assistant and so on. That would, or the famous Amazon Assistant. So basically, all of that, were center of the devices that you use and popular. I guess, the other ones are more popular, especially the Google and the Amazon are probably the two most popular ones. And Cortana couldn't compete. So they're shifting it to for those that are, on the computers for a long time, if you've used an old version of Office, you remember Clippy, which was that little, paper clip that would pop up and ask you if it could help. And of course, it never did. And everybody would go crazy and disable it at some point. Cortana is going to be the new Clippy, but a more advanced version where it's supposed to help you with, productivity and your productivity apps like Office and email and stuff like that. So it won't do what other assistants do, and it actually has a lot of stuff that it did before that it doesn't do anymore. So it's really shifting the focus. But let's go back to the controversy part of it. Why was it controversial? It is funny because the controversy started from the fact that there's an assistant that can listen to you and that actually can snoop on you, according to a lot of people that were going crazy on it on your PC. And that, you couldn't uninstall it. There was no way of uninstalling it and so on. And that sparked a lot of controversy for Windows 10. The funniest part is the same people that do that. It's interesting how they never complain about their assistant in Android, the Google Assistant, or the assistant in their Macs or their iPhones. It's the same thing. There's absolutely nothing different from Cortana than from any other assistant. They all are there to do things if you ask. They are there to connect to the web, because the only way that these assistants can work on their own is to be connected to the cloud services of the company. There is no other way. When you actually talk to Siri, when you talk to Google Assistant, when you talk to the Amazon one, you are actually talking to the cloud services of these companies. They are actually recording and they are actually listening to what you have to say. Every assistant on every device is like that. Nothing is different on Windows 10. So the controversy for me is not a controversy. There's absolutely no controversy with Cortana. It's an assistant, and it's the way that it works. I don't know if it's because people never had one on their Windows machine that they went nuts, but in reality, there's nothing to go crazy about. Probably the thing that Microsoft could have offered is a way to remove it if you do want to remove it. that would have been a possibility, but they want you to use it, so they don't want you to remove it because they wanted to you to use it, but has nothing to do with snooping. And actually, try to uninstall Siri in an iPhone. You won't be able. You can attenuate. You can go in the settings, and you could tell the Cortana to just not do anything, and just leave it like that. But controversies sometimes start off of a little bunch of people that think that every company is always, Microsoft has a bad reputation for some people on that side of, snooping, when in reality, they couldn't care less about what you do on your PC. They have so many other things to do that they would just want to sell you software and cloud services and all of these. Makes me laugh every time somebody says, yeah, they're snooping on us. They're not. In Cortana, that was a controversy, which is a non-controversy. There's nothing controversial about Cortana. There's nothing that it did that any other assistant didn't do in any other platforms. It's an assistant. It was an assistant for your PC. Microsoft could have, yes, given us the ability to remove it if you want. I don't see why. There's a lot of things in Macs and on your phone that you don't use that are there and will always be there. That's also something we're going to talk about. But that was one of the first controversies of Windows 10, the Cortana Assistant. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.